Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another video. This one was a comment from YouTube. This guy says that day 4 for him, and he's had many attempts to stop. He said it's been a journey of learning and seeing the same result over and over again. Every time he goes back to the booze. So onwards and upwards we march, he says at the end. Now, that was one of the famous quotes from Einstein, who said the definition of madness was trying to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And I see this so many times in my clients. I also see it I've seen it so many times in myself, especially with moderation. Thinking that moderation is going to solve the problem when it was never going to solve the problem. And for me, it was only when I really discovered that it was all down to what I valued, looking at myself and looking at the things that I valued. I think your values can be your most uplifting. They can be the most uplifting thing in your life. They can put you on the path to really achieving great things in your life when they're true. But they can also be a very destructive force in your life when you're living off values that are diluted, right? And this is, when I'm talking about true values, I'm talking about the things that you live by. Everyone's got values that they say, well, this is the value that I hold for myself, but they don't live by those things. They're one of the things that we teach is aspirational values versus real values, and the real values are the ones that you live day in and day out. So if you value alcohol, or if you value, most people don't value the alcohol, but they value what alcohol gives them, that the perceived benefit of the alcohol. If you value that, even on a subconscious level, that is going to really affect how you move forwards. It's going to affect all your efforts at trying to stop drinking, because if you value alcohol, we're saying that this is there's always an ambiguity at the beginning. There is always a conflict inside with everyone, right? If you've been drinking for a long time, it's become a habit to such a degree that you still want to continue on, even though you don't. There's part of you that wants to continue, and there's part of you that don't. So that's part of the delusion. It's part of the trap. And each time that you get to whatever it is that you get into, it's a bit windy out here today. Each time you get to wherever you get into, day 4, day 5, day 20, a month, and then you tap out, it weakens you. It weakens your resolve. The next time it weakens your sense about yourself, your sense that you can do this, your self-efficacy, right? That you have the tools to be able to do this. So, you can't look at this like a failure. Every time you drink, it's not a failure, it's a surrender. And that's the only way to look at it, right? It's the only way it's a soft, if you want to look at it soft with yourself and be soft on yourself and not really give yourself the kick up the arse that you probably need, then look at it like it's a failure. Well, it's a failure this time, but I won't fail next time. But if you look at it like a surrender, it's a completely different way of looking at things. I tap out, I tap out. So, when you say that you're learning, when you're surrendering to something like this, it's actually it's an anti-learning thing. It's madness defined. It's that doing the same thing over and over again but never learning from it, expecting different results from this. So the biggest thing that I've learned in my life since I've stopped drinking alcohol is that this is a journey, right? It's a journey into wherever it is that you want to go in your life. And let's say you're heading out on a vacation and you've got a destination that you want to go. That's what this journey is. It's about mini destinations, mini milestones that you're going to get along the way. And if you spent 6 months or a year on this holiday that you want to go on, this vacation that you want to go on, but when you got there it was a shithole, right? You wouldn't be too pleased. But that's what you're doing with this. I mean, you have to look at your life 6 months down the road and say, well, if I continue on this journey, if I continue to live the way I'm living, then it's not going to get any better, right? I'm all of a sudden not going to be in a better situation, more likely going to be in a worse situation. You know, and if you continue this journey and you extrapolate that out into a year, 2 years, you're going to end up, your life is going to be a shithole. So anyway, look, it is what it is. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, Johnny, and I wish you the best. All right, take care of yourself. It's going to start and rain now, so I'm going to head back onwards and upwards. Bye now.